when I came back and I found out the truth, I was like, I'm done. Like it makes me fucking want to cry like right now. Like I'm fucking done. Like that was me setting myself free. It wasn't her this time. I'm moving to Canada. I don't know.
At least there will be free healthcare.
Welcome to Matcha with Mocha.
Today we're here with Marita from the Queer Ultimatum. Thanks for spilling the tea with us.
Of course, guys. Happy to be here.
Watching that last moment with you where like you can tell that you go in there and you really have high hopes. I wasn't expecting her to say what she said. When she pulled out that paper, I was so sure she was going to propose and she had like written a speech. I'm kind of curious, when you saw the black cat cross your path, what was going through your mind? Did that have any impact on how you felt going in there? Was it planted? I'm so curious.
We were filming in a random garden in the middle of Miami, like nowhere near anything. Like you can even see when they do like the bird's eye view of us driving to the location, it's like a farmland. I don't even know. But yeah, this random black cat was there and I swear I didn't see it. I know they like panned to it before I was like standing there, but I was like standing there and I was like, I have no idea what's gonna happen. I don't know if Ashley's like gonna get down on one knee. I don't know how I'm feeling. I am very much somebody who reacts in the moment. And then when I saw that black cat, I was actually Ashley pointed it out. She she saw the black cat and then I turned my head and she's like, "Is that a bad sign?" And I said, "Yeah." It sure is. To me, that is just like my guardian angels being like, nope, this isn't it. And like, I trust my intuition so much, not just because I'm a Pisces, just because like I feel like I have always like been on this path and like in divine energy, divine time, like I just trust how I'm being led through life. And like that sign to me was crazy.
We really were like, did the producers plant that? Because
Yeah.
the timing just seems so weird. But like, I agree, it probably was your spirit guide or guardian angels like giving you that sign. So, was there anything behind the scenes that would surprise viewers? Maybe a moment that got cut or felt different off camera?
The vision boards with Ashley, like that was a really tough date for me. I wanted to do one vision board together because like I was thinking of our future together and then Ashley like requested that she had her own and she wanted to do her own vision board and I was like, "Okay." But I thought it would be like an activity we could do together. Um and like I love that she's independent. I want her to think of her future as her own, but like for me, a partnership and like a marriage looks like you're going into it together, you know?
You would like to think as the partner, there's a vision of a future of the two of you together that comes to mind. So I feel like her not wanting to do that, I feel like is like a kind of like a red herring of like what happened later on, you know? So were there any early gut feelings or red flags that you ignored?
Yeah. I mean, of course there were. And like listening to your gut is so important, especially because like when people say like you know, and that's so true. And Ashley and I were together for 5 years. There are so many times where I would beg her. I would beg her. I would like literally get on my knees and just like ask her to do anything. Like there were times where it just felt like I didn't even exist. And it was hard because I'm such a giver. I loved the living shit out of her and like I just wanted all of that energy in return. And it's like to beg your partner for physical touch, for emotional validation, for consideration, to be there for you. It's like it gets fucking hard. It gets tiring. And that's why I was like, okay, doing this show, like I need to see that you want this. I need to see that you are going to put in the effort. It's hard because like I loved her. Like I loved her so much, but she wasn't giving me what I needed.
Okay, so the reunion episode was a lot. Shannon and I, honestly, we were like jumping out of our chairs. Everyone just had like, there was a ton of reveals. So, can you walk us through what really happened after Ultimatum Day? And you guys did get back together? How long was that, and what kind of happened after?
I was heartbroken. And Ashley asked my dad for his blessing 2 days before we ended up leaving each other. And to me, that was fucking real. That was heartbreaking. That was a breakup. That was like her finally saying, I know I've been holding you back. I know I can't get here, and I'm letting you go. I was breaking down because after all all those years of begging her and begging her and begging her, and her not being able to get there and just say that this is where I'm at, for the show to end in a sort of apology about that, but then also setting me free from that, I was fucking I just like, I broke down. And then I asked the producers for another hotel that night because I just didn't want to see her. I didn't want to see Ashley. We took my car, we drove from St. Pete, where I lived, and I didn't have it in me to like get my phone back. I just didn't, I wanted to unplug and cry in a hotel room by myself all night. And then the next day, Ashley packs up my car, pulls up to the hotel, and is like, all right, let's go to the Keys. And I was like, what do you mean? Like, we, did we not just like break up yesterday? And like, it was my car, and I got in the car, we went to the Keys, but I was still so fucking heartbroken and confused and sad. And it just felt like it didn't feel right. She said like that, all of that was not real. And to me, I took that experience so authentically, so real. I spent all of my hours, all of my time, all of my nights looking at myself, looking at how I could be better for her, for this relationship, for myself. And like, I spent the time, I put in the effort to get there. And the way that it ended was really fucking hard for me. But then for her to be like, all right, we're back. I'm like, what? So, so we go to the Keys. We come back to St. Pete. She's still with me. And then I write her a letter, and I break down all of the things, all of the reasons, how I felt after decision day. I was like, you asked my dad for his blessing, then you turned around and wrote this letter about how I do deserve better, and you've always known that, and you're ready to set me free. And then I talked about how like I physically am not getting what I need. I emotionally am not getting what I need. I don't feel like you're there for me. There's so many times where like I've been in the hospital, my family's going through something, and you're just not there. And like this letter was like, I'm not going to say 98 pages because it wasn't 98 pages, but it was like 3 pages of me just like laying it all out there. And so I send her the letter. She moves home, and we don't talk. This was in May. Then she moves back in August, and she gets her own place. And
No.
I wasn't expecting her to move back, but she moved back to be with me. And then we run into each other on the sidewalk, and she starts bawling her eyes out. She's like, I miss you. I don't know what I did. I'm so sorry. And like, just was really trying to reconciliate what happened. Like, I didn't want to give her another chance. I was like, this is too hard for me. Like, you set me free. Like, why should I go back on that? And like, energetically in myself, I was like, you're doing so good. Like, you're doing so well. You're growing. You're on your own. You're happy. Don't go back to her. Don't go back to her. But I fucking loved her. I fucking loved her. And then for her to move back to my city and just like have her presence in front of me asking for me back, I was like, maybe one more time. Like maybe one more time. And if this doesn't work, then I'm like moving to Canada or something. Like so I gave her one more chance. We got back together in October, and then November was when I went home and for my grandfather's death, and Ashley met someone else, decided to do what she did at the pier and continue to do what she did in New York. And when I came back and I found out the truth, I was like, I'm done. Like it makes me fucking want to cry like right now. Like I'm fucking done. Like that was me setting myself free. It wasn't her this time. And then yeah, I blocked her, no contact. That's why at the reunion everything came out, because I was fucking angry, I'm fucking heartbroken, I'm emotional after everything that happened. And then for her to like scream at me about her grandmother dying, I lost it. I mean, I think anyone would lose it, because I was texting her about my grandfather and she wasn't there for me. Not only was she not there for me, she was, I don't want to say too much because like we're at a place where we're trying to put this behind us and I don't want this to like follow us forever, but it's also my story. Like it's hard. It's fucking hard. And like yeah, the reunion blew up and then she lied about me cheating on her, and I was like, why can't we just like fucking sit down, be happy separately, and like let it go?
It must have really hurt because like this person you've loved for 5 years.
Exactly.
Like, and she claims she kept saying, I love you, like in a lot of the scenes. But then for her to do something like that, like, and not be there for you during like one of the hardest times of your life, like that's just
Her asking your dad is truly so heartbreaking because, like, to bring your parents into it too, like, have them feel the emotional heartbreak of finding out what happened after, that must have been so rough. And yeah, I can't even imagine what that was like. And I noticed in the show too, when she started yelling at you and accused you of that, people were speaking over you and you weren't given an opportunity to defend yourself. So she said that you cheated on her 5 times, and I wanted to give you the opportunity to defend yourself and not be spoken over this time. So do you have anything you would like to say like regarding that and set the record straight?
In the heat of the moment at the reunion, when she did scream that I cheated on her 5 times, it was her deflecting and trying to put the heat on me, making me look like I'm the one that's been cheating on her and I'm the one that's been doing all this wrong to her, when that has literally never happened. I have never cheated on anyone in my entire life. I do not believe in that. I think that's the worst fucking thing you could ever do to a person. And for her to scream that I cheated on her 5 times on live television, and then after the reunion, we talked about it. I sat her down and I said, Ashley, do you really think I cheated on you? And she said, no. And I'm like, okay, then why did you just like scream that on national television? And she was like, because I didn't know what to say. I didn't know what to do. And then she talked about her grandma. I'm sorry about your grandma, but why are you using your grandmother's death against me when you did what you did during my, like, and people are calling it like this grandparent, like, battle, which is crazy to me because like that is a time in our lives for everyone in the family, and like it's fucking hard to go through and to not have your partner during that time, but then to also have her be using her grandmother's situation against you. it's I it's just kind of baffling. Like
I noticed the same thing when you brought that up. She just deflected, was like, "You cheated on me 5 times," and I was like, "See, she didn't deny it. She literally just changed the subject, like that." That's very interesting because it's like if you didn't do it, you obviously would be like, not true, I didn't do it.
I'm moving to Canada. I don't know.
At least there will be free healthcare. So
That's a great idea.
thank you so much
Thank
for
you
your
so much
time.
for meeting with us. We're such big fans and like I'm honestly so glad I got to tell you over Zoom that you deserve better because that's something that we both really wanted to tell you. Like you have such a beautiful spirit and I'm really glad to see you like know and grow and be like I'm a bad bitch and I know it. So good for you.
Yes.
Yes, thank you. I appreciate that. Thanks for letting me hang out with you guys. And yeah, I had a great time. It was so nice meeting you.